Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Carolina's Armchair GM. I am your host, CJ. And as you can see by the title, Panthers Nation is in panic mode. And I say this from the reports that I've seen on the internet, the social media posts by fans of the Panthers, fans of other teams just commenting about the Panthers, and those comments don't help at all. But Panthers Nation is in panic mode. I think they're in full blown panic mode right now. Everybody is like, oh, here we go again. This is the same old, same old. We're going to have another bad season. Do I think that Panthers Nation should be in full blown panic mode right now? No. Okay. I don't think panic mode is deserved at all. Now, everybody has a right to feel some kind of way about what they have produced and put on the field in these two preseason games. I do agree with that. You do have a right to feel some type of way because it hasn't been the Panthers putting their best foot forward at all. Okay, especially the first string offense. They have had 4 drives in the preseason. 3 of them have been 3-and-outs, and one was a drive for a touchdown against the Browns. Right now, you can argue that in this last game against the Texans, that if Jatavian Sanders didn't drop the pass on third down, that drive wouldn't have been 3-and-out. Not guaranteeing that we would have gone and scored a touchdown, but we could have. It would have been a different outcome than a 3-and-out. Don't know exactly what the outcome would have been, but it would definitely have been different. Okay. I think what's going on with the Panthers, there is it's a lack of effort. Okay, I think there's an apparent lack of effort that has been going on this whole preseason. When it comes down to them playing in the actual preseason games, okay, it seems like this effort and this enthusiasm is there in practice, okay, in the joint practices that they have had against the Texans and the Browns. But for whatever reason, when the lights come on, and again, I know it's just preseason games, but even with that said, you want to see your team go out there and be able to give an effort. Okay, give the right amount of effort. Make themselves look like they're out there trying. I'm not saying they're not trying, but it hasn't looked great. And I'm not just talking about the offense, I'm talking about the defense as well. Okay, the defense had a good showing against the Browns, but you got to consider we were playing the Browns second and third stringers from the jump. Even with the offense, we were playing the Browns second and third stringers from the jump as well. Okay, we get out here in the Texans game and we're playing the Texans first string offense and first string defense. Okay, and for our offense, it didn't look good against the Texans defense, and for our defense, it didn't look all that great against the Texans offense as well. We did hold them to a 3-and-out on their first drive, but they did return and score a touchdown on the second one. Okay. But for the rest of the game, just poor execution, offensive line getting beat. I mean, even our first stringers. There was a play where Taylor Moton and Icky got waxed on the same exact play. Taylor Moton got just, pushed into the dirt, and Will Anderson Jr. just absolutely ran past Icky and just left him in the dust. Okay. So there's a lot of things for the Panthers to clean up. I also want to mention this. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Brad Izzik and Jonathan Cooley are calling the plays for the offense and defense, respectfully, in the preseason. Don't think Evero or Canales has been calling any plays. I don't know if that has anything to do with their overall, bad performances, in the preseason games. All right, but that's something to mention as well. Okay, now I have been saying this for a long time on this channel that it is imperative for the Panthers to get off to a good start this season. Okay, what we do not need from them is to get off to a slow start this season, and also we need them to be able to get off to better starts in games in general. Okay, we have to get out of this. We wait until the third and the fourth quarter to decide that, oh, you know what, we know how to play football now, let's go out here and play. They need to be able to do that from the jump, and I think that's what has frustrated a lot of Panther fans as well. The fact that it's like, okay, this is preseason, all right, everything is vanilla on both sides of the ball, supposedly. Okay, and we can't go out there and function and go down the field and and not even score a touchdown on every drive, but put a drive together, because you see what's going on with some of these other teams, and their first, second, hell, even third stringers are going out there going up and down the field, and you don't see that with this Carolina Panthers team. Okay, but all in all, the Panthers will not play their starters versus Pittsburgh this Thursday. So that will be a chance for all of the other guys who are trying to make a final and lasting impression on the coaching staff to see if they can make the 53-man roster. But that being said, now the Panthers have a few weeks for this first string offense and defense to be able to get their act together in time for game one down in Jacksonville. Okay. So, like I said, I don't think it's time for full blown panic mode, but but I get everybody's frustration, and I think it is very valid for the fan base to be frustrated with what they have seen from the Carolina Panthers so far this preseason. All right. But do me a favor in the comments, let me know what you think. I want to hear from y'all. Are we in full blown panic mode? Yeah, are we overreacting? Is everything going to be fine? Is everything gone to hell already? Y'all let me know what you think. All right. And before you get out of here, make sure you follow me on all social media at ArmchairGMCJ. Thank you for all the love and support. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow. And as always, Panther Nation, I'm going to leave y'all with three things. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding, man. I'll see you.